Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Broken Planet Wrestling Reviews. I am your host, Jeremy Stanzioni, and today we'll be discussing this past Saturday's AEW Double or Nothing. Since this is our first wrestling recap/review, I'll tell you how things work around here. We start off by recapping each match one by one. After each recap, I'll be giving the match a rating. After all the matches have been rated, I'll be giving a full takeaway from the show and a pay-per-view rating. Spoilers, obviously. Let's get to it. On the buy-in, we started with Private Party versus Best Friends to determine the number one contender to the AEW Tag Team Championships. This was a great match with a lot of back-and-forth action. Unfortunately, Private Party's experimental style is holding them back from having truly excellent matches. The winners were predictable due to Best Friends' big push during the tapings, but nonetheless, of a very entertaining match. This match earned itself a 3.8 out of 5. Starting off the main show was the Casino Ladder match. The winner of the match received a match for the AEW World Championship. Starting off the match would be Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, SCU brothers. Next into the ring was Kip Sabian, who received help from Jimmy Havoc, who would then take down SCU. Following that chaos, Darby Allin would come out to join the fight and set up a crazy ladder spot with a skateboard. Orange Cassidy slowly made his way out next to ask Excalibur how to win the match. Not long after Orange Cassidy entered the ring would Colt Cabana come to join the fun. Joey Janela came out next and joined the match, followed by Luchasaurus. The mystery opponent would then come out to be revealed as Brian Cage. Rumored for some time, Brian Cage has officially joined the roster of All Elite Wrestling with Taz as his manager. 5 men in the match would then pile multiple items on top of Brian Cage, including a giant casino chip. The man debuted 5 minutes ago and they've already buried him. Epic joke. Marco Stunt also joined the match to help out his Dino Bro Luchasaurus by delivering the biggest of choke slams to Orange Cassidy. And the winner of the Casino Ladder match, Brian Cage. This will set up an excellent match later on down the line when Brian Cage decides to make this match happen. Spot after spot, this match gets a gimmick score of 4.4 out of 5. Up next on the card was MJF versus Jungle Boy. Early in the matchup, MJF was thought to have an injury before springing to his feet and attacking Jungle Boy. This match was fantastic and gave me the false sense that Jungle Boy had a chance here. MJF did take another win, and it's only a matter of time before that man becomes a champion, because he's better than you, and you know it. This match gets a 3.6 out of 5. Next, we had the TNT Championship Tournament Finals. Cody Rhodes versus Lance Archer. Before the match started, boxing legend Mike Tyson presented the title. That is one ugly belt. And the belt isn't finished. Okay. Right off the bat, Lance Archer hit the blackout, and I was sure it was over, but Cody pushed on. There was one big moment in this match that stood out to me. The camera cut to Mike Tyson, and he was yawning. This was hilarious. Arn Anderson helped out Cody in this match, and another ref came out to inform the current ref. Arn and Jake were then thrown away from ringside. Jake came out with the snake before Mike Tyson took off his shirt and threatened Jake. 2 Crossroads, and the winner, and the first ever TNT champion, Cody. This match earns itself a solid 4.3 out of 5. Such a beautiful name. Penelope. Our next match was Chris Statlander versus Penelope Ford. Originally, this match was meant to be Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander. Due to injury, the match was changed. This was a quick match with some nice action, and as predicted, Chris Statlander took the win. This match was simple but effective, earning a 3 out of 5. Following was the impromptu match of Shawn Spears versus Dustin Rhodes. Before the match began, we weren't quite sure whether Dustin would show up, and Shawn made his way out in a suit. He cut a quick promo on Dustin before Dustin's music played with no man in sight. Spears revealed that this was a joke before making Aubrey Edwards count Dustin out. Dustin's music played again, and this time it was Dustin who took advantage by attacking the chairman. After some quick action, Spears removed his belt only to be taken down by the Natural. Dustin ripped off Spears' clothes throughout the match down to his underwear, where we got a nice peek of the shady area and a Tully Blanchard on his, Dustin took the quick win in a fun match. This was a comedy match that got an easy 2.4 out of 5. The AEW Women's Championship match was up next. Hikaru Shida versus champion Nyla Rose. No DQ, no countout. Nyla Rose started out with a kendo stick, which changed hands twice before Nyla would beat down on the challenger with it. Shida was put through a poker table before Nyla would torture her with chairs. The kendo stick would come back into play later on against Rose, who would then bring a table into the ring and put Shida through it. Later on, that kendo stick would come into play yet again at the expense of Nyla Rose. This would lead to the winner of the match and the new AEW Women's Champion, Hikaru Shida. This was an awesome match and deserves a 4.1 out of 5. And the final championship match of the night, Jon Moxley versus Brody Lee for the AEW World Championship. Later in this match, Moxley would hit Lee with a paradigm shift through the ramp, which busted open Brody Lee, who would then kick out of a paradigm shift at 1. A third paradigm shift, and Brody Lee kicked out yet again. Unfortunately, a few seconds later, Brody Lee would be put to sleep by the Mox. Your winner and still the AEW champion, Jon Moxley! This was a good match, but a lot shorter than I expected. This got itself a 3.9 out of 5. And our final match of the night, the Elite versus the Inner Circle in a Stadium Stampede match. At the beginning of the match, each contestant was announced, and we learned that the whereabouts of Hangman Page were unknown. This was insane. People all over the field, brawls everywhere, absolute chaos. A little ways into the match, Hangman Page showed up riding a freaking horse and chased down Sammy Guevara. There was an amazing spot where Matt Jackson, with a broken ribs, might I add, pulled a moonsault off the goalpost. I was stunned by this. Throughout the match, Hangman Page continued to look for Sammy backstage on his horse before making his way to the bar. Santana and Ortiz proceeded to throw Matt Hardy into a pool where he would change forms from Broken Matt Hardy to Extreme Matt Hardy to all the other different alter egos. This was hilarious. Jake Hager then found Hangman sitting at a bar enjoying a nice drink. The two then shared a drink before teeing off on one another. This bar spot was fantastic. It seems during quarantine, Paige picked up a trick or two. My only question is, if everyone's at home, why were there so many drinks in the bar? Kenny Omega arrived to help out Paige by breaking a few bottles over Hager's head. Once Hager went down, Kenny and Paige decided to share a drink of their own. Back to the Bucks, Nick Jackson proceeded to throw footballs at Jericho while his brother suplexed Sammy all the way across the field. Jericho Judas affected Jackson DeVille. We revisited Chris the Witch as Jericho put on another traffic comb and laughed maniacally. Jericho hit Nick with Floyd's bat before challenging Audrey Edwards' 2 count and reviewing the footage. Matt suplexed Sammy 100 yards down the field before celebrating his touchdown. Unfortunately, Matt Jackson earned himself a 50-yard penalty for excessive celebration. Matt held Jericho down while Nick ran up the stands and back down to splash Jericho through the table. Paige then arrived to help the Bucks with the line marker over Jericho's body. Sammy then woke up due to the sprinklers before getting chased all the way down the field by Hardy and Omega in a golf cart. Neo 1 then arrived to distract Sammy. Kenny hit the one-winged angel on Sammy from an extreme height through a table, winning the match. This match was hilarious and great and a fantastic spot match. This got a gimmick score of 4.8 out of 5. This show was amazing and the perfect thing everyone needed during this pandemic. I had very little issues with it and enjoyed the whole show all the way through without ever losing investment. AEW Double or Nothing earns itself a Broken Planet pay-per-view score of 97. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get notified when a new Broken Planet pay-per-view review gets released.